Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Cheryl here today. Today I am so excited. I'm doing a collaboration with Denise Jordan from This and That with Denise, and Luann from It's Always Something Around Here, and myself, Cheryl, at Around the House with Cheryl. And we're doing a First Garden Walk Thru. So let me show you what's going on in my garden. Okay, it's a lot to do. I hope you can see. I'm getting ready to flip it over. Okay, we are over here in my garden. You can see there's a lot to do. If you follow me, these are some hedges that were pretty much dead. You can see I got a few that came back, and I may have to replace some. And here are my roses. I fed them a few weeks ago, but they look like they got some black spot on them already. I'm going to have to check that out. And so down here we put pine needles to cover up some of the weeds that are coming back. You see over there? We have to get all that up. It's a lot to do. I know this looks like a mess, but it'll be pretty once everything gets going. Those are two peonies that I have coming up. I want to move them, but I may leave them here one more season. They don't like to be moved. Over here is where I plan to plant some roses. I had a rose garden there before, but I had to take it out. And I got some daylilies coming up over here. And I think I also have some irises. And let's see. These are two more roses I got. They're looking pretty good. They were nice. My husband cut them down to the nub. But over here, I got some daylilies I have to move because over here, they don't get much sun. Let's see. And it's kind of cloudy out here. It's going to look like it's going to rain any minute. So I'm not being able to do this as long as I like. Okay, over here I have some barberries. They're getting ready to come out. They're pretty burgundy color. And look at the bark on these Crepe Myrtles. They're pretty. Okay, we're going to come back through the cutting garden. See, my trellis here needs painting. But once the roses grow up, we won't need to worry about that. And then one of the things needs repaired. Let's see. You got to clean up this walkway and get all these weeds out of here. This is a real pretty Japanese maple weeping. So I'll show you how that looks when it blooms. Over here we marked where I planted. You remember I planted some hostas back in probably the fall. You can check that video out. I'll link it. And so we're going to cover them up with buckets and then spray to get all these weeds out. And then this is just a big leaf hydrangea that's coming back. I transplanted those from little seedlings a while back. And you have to be careful because there's some Japanese maples seedlings that came off of this tree. It's a really pretty color. You can see that? Okay. Then I had some grape hyacinths. I didn't plant these. They just came up from seed. Where I planted them, they didn't do what they were supposed to. Under these pines is a big mess. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the pine needles up or not. But look at the pretty daffodils bloomed. I'm going to divide some of these. And look, this is my baby's breath bush. See, isn't that pretty? It's about to lose all its blooms from the wind. And I think this might be a seedling here, so I'm going to transplant that, and then I'll have two bushes. Might be able to make more than two. It looks like it. But I think the cold got some of my daffodils. They didn't all bloom like I wanted to. But then again, I didn't feed them. But they grow in the wild here. A lot of these I got from out of the woods. Gonna step over here real quick. Yep. See, this is where I wanted this bed to be full of grape hyacinths. Some of them have come back and some didn't. Now I gotta take, I say this every year, I gotta take this barberry out of here because it's messing with my azaleas. But these azaleas are really pretty when they bloom. There, you can see they're starting to get buds on them already. So that's good. A couple weeks is warm here today. It was about 70, and then this Japanese maple here is really pretty green leaves. And down here I won't go too far down because I don't know what's creeping in the woods. But down here is my forsythias that you can see they bloomed. They've gone all the way. They're not as bright as some because they're under these pines partially, and so we haven't cleaned these out since we planted them. But I can see there's a lot of dead that needs to be cut out. There's some sort of vine, looks like it's twisted around on the inside. Alright, so I'm going to swing around the back. I'm going to cut through this way. See, I had a azalea here, but it didn't make it, so I had this gap. Okay, so I'm just going to go around the back so you can see what's going on back there. You got some knockout roses down here on this side of the house that are starting to come back. They look pretty good. They bloom all year. Once they start, usually, well, not all year, but usually maybe from April to October. But you can see they're greening up nice. I did cut some of them back a little bit. You don't have to. Maybe to take off the dead pieces. And then we got coneflowers coming up all the way down through here, and some ornamental grasses. Okay. And then I showed on one of my last videos the Cleveland pear trees. So if you want to know more about some of these plants, let me know in the comments, and I'll maybe do a feature on different plants to let you know what they like and don't like. Okay, here's my hydrangeas. They're coming back nice. I got to get in here and cut out the dead pieces. If we had so much rain, I didn't get a chance. But look, you see this one, I think I can dig that up. That's a whole new plant. I mean, put it over there by my cutting garden, because I don't need it over here. Right there in that spot anyway. Here you see a lot of coneflowers coming back, and those are the irises. I did a video on how to transplant irises, and so the ones I transplanted are coming back fine. I didn't hurt them. I got a couple more hydrangeas, and you can see this bed needs a lot of work. Need to get some mulch. But I don't want to mess up some of the sedum that I got down there. But I call this sedum a monster plant because you could just take a little piece off, just like that, and just throw it in a root. And then these are white and purple Siberian irises, getting ready to come back. Easy to grow. And I can't recall the name of this bush right here, but it's greening out. You can see it. It's really pretty with pink flowers, and cutting it back doesn't hurt. And I think I got a seedling down there so I can transplant, and if I do, I think I might put it right here where I fight weeds every year. Got some wild strawberry down there. I need to take that out. But let's see what else. We got a lot to do in the garden this year. Not counting annuals that we normally put in our pots. And so that is about it for this first garden walk through. I know it looks like a mess, but trust me, it'll be pretty. once we get it together. Oh, and I did a video on dividing hostas, and I think I only took like 2 or 3 plants, big plants, and made all these. So you can save a lot of money by doing divisions of perennials, and that's mainly what I concentrate on. Okay, there's my guy. See, there's that sedum I told you about. See, I can give him a haircut, and his hair is getting nice and thick in there. Okay, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Denise.